Afternoon. Welcome to the third in our series of Third Thursday Resource Roundups. I'm Barb Bressner, coordinator of the annual Disability Resource Expo. Due to the pandemic, we were unable to hold our expo this year, so we've created these mini virtual events as a way to share with you some of the important information that would be at the expo. Today, you're going to hear from our advocacy, legal, and service organizations. Jim, you want to tell them a little more?
Sure. So for about the next 30 minutes, you're going to see Barb and I visit the virtual booths of our 17 exhibitors for this month, where you'll get to learn a little bit about them, get a nice overview, and then after that, you'll get to chat with them in breakouts. So Barb, I'm going to turn it back to you to talk about our wonderful sponsors.
All right. Thanks, Jim. We want to give a huge shout out to our wonderful sponsors who you see listed here on the screen. Without their generous support, this event would not be possible. So we just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, Mary Rasher with the Regional Planning Commission. Happy to have you here today. Tell us a little bit about the RPC and what you do.
Thank you, Barb. RPC has the Independent Service Coordination Program. We serve individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities and their families and guardians. And we help them to access individualized services and supports. The program's purpose is to ensure such services and supports are responsive to the unique needs and desires of each individual, and to effectively promote independence, community, inclusion, and self-determinations. Our services include prioritization of urgency of need for services, PUNS, pre-admission screenings, PASS, individual service and support advocacy, ISA, and transition consultant services.
Wonderful, Mary. Thank you so much for that great overview. And now can you tell us, if folks want more information, what's the best way they can contact you?
They can call me, Mary Rasher, at 217-819-4096. And my email is mrasher@ccrpc.org.
Great, wonderful. Well, thanks so much, Mary, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the event today.
Thank you. Bye.
Welcome, Joy, to the Third Thursday Resource Roundup. We're so pleased to have you here representing Family Service of Champaign County. Joy, can you give us just a nice overview of what services your agency offers?
Sure, thank you. It's nice to be here. Since 1911, Family Service has responded to the growing and changing needs and strengths of families and individuals in our community. Family Service assists thousands of members in our community each year through 8 different programs. Our services for seniors include in-home care, meal assistance, volunteer support, transportation, and adult protective services. Families and people of all ages receive counseling, parenting support, and information about and referral to many other community services and support groups. Current Family Services programs include counseling, Children First, the Self-Help Center, senior counseling and advocacy, home care, Meals on Wheels, senior transportation, and the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program, also known as RSVP.
It's great, good information. Thank you for sharing that. If folks want to get more information, what's the best way to connect?
You can connect via our website, which is www.famserv, so famservcc.org, or you can call us at 217-352-0099.
All right, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the event, okay?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome, Jean Seaman. We're happy to have you here at the Resource Roundup today. Would you mind giving us an overview of the Human Rights Authority and what you do there?
Sure. We are a statewide agency, so we cover the entire state of Illinois, and we are mandated to investigate rights violations committed against individuals with disability by disability providers. We cover any disability diagnosis, any age. The three criteria that we look at are the individual must have a disability, it must be a disability rights violation, and it must be a disability provider. So anything from a nursing home to a psychiatric unit to special education programs, and we'll look at anything from forced medications, communication issues, confidentiality issues, those sort of rights.
Okay, great, Gene. Thanks so much for that overview. And if folks would like more information about your services, how do they best get in touch with your offices?
Sure. If you wanted to look us up on the internet, the best thing to do is just Google Human Rights Authority Illinois or Guardianship and Advocacy Commission Illinois. And then we have a statewide intake number at 1-866-274-8023.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thanks so much, Gene, and we hope
you.
you enjoy the rest of the event today.
I will. Thanks.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Third Thursday Resource Roundup. We would really like for you to give us a nice overview of the Illinois Respite Coalition and the services you provide.
Thank you very much for allowing me to be a part of this wonderful event. My name is Tina Urich, and I'm the director of the Illinois Respite Coalition, or the IRC. And the IRC is a nonprofit organization, and we've been supporting families since 1990s, include information and referral across the state and also across the lifespan. So that means no matter your age or special need, we try to link you to support in your area. We are also fortunate enough to have a grant through the Department of Human Services. And through this grant, it provides caregivers who has a loved one with an intellectual or developmental disability a chance to take respite. And when funding's available, we also have an emergency respite care grant.
That's great. Well, thank you for sharing that information. What's the best way for folks to connect with you if they'd like more information?
So feel free to call if you have any questions at 630-207-8479.
All right. Thanks so much for being with us. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I will. Thank you so much. Bye.
Welcome, Kim Bryan, to the Third Thursday Resource Roundup. We're so happy that you've joined us today. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Rattle the Stars?
Sure. So Rattle the Stars is a suicide prevention organization. So we provide consultation to schools, businesses, churches, community organizations, or any kind of group to help them learn how they can participate in suicide prevention and develop a suicide crisis response plan to support someone who may be experiencing suicide. We also do training to teach people the skills that they need to be a supportive person to someone who is experiencing suicide. And we host and participate in community events to provide information and resources to people who may be affected by suicide.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kim, for that nice overview. And now could you just tell us, if folks would like more information, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
Yeah, if people want more information about our services, or they need resources or referrals for suicide prevention, they can go to our website at rattlethestars.org. They can email us at info@rattlethestars.org, or they can call 217-530-0123.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your service and for being here with us today. Enjoy the rest of the event today, Kim.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you.
Hello, Jim, and welcome to the Third Thursday Resource Roundup. We're so pleased to have you here with us today, and we'd love it if you could start us out by just giving a nice overview of the services you provide at Seven Oaks Financial.
Well, at Seven Oaks, when we get started with special needs, our process usually starts when a child enters transition in school or perhaps when the parents are retiring later on in life. When a life event such like this occurs, a lot of people don't know where to go, who to talk to, what resources are available. I'm a chartered special needs consultant. I work with families to make certain that when the caregivers give out, there's a financial future for that child. In developing those life care strategies, we have to answer some questions. First of all, what's your vision? What's about SSI, SSDI, Medicare, Medicaid? How do they work? What's the special needs trust supposed to accomplish? And what about that ABLE account? How does it work? Do you need both? I've heard about a letter of intent. What does that mean? What does that do? Is guardianship necessary? Have you included the brothers and sisters, the entire family in your planning process? And what kind of assets, including life insurance, that you're going to be needing to use? Do you have a current will? In that will, do you know the difference between treating everybody equally and equitably? And finally, are your beneficiaries set up appropriately, including your pensions, your life insurance, et cetera? Basically, what we try to do is help create a financial roadmap so that your child, when you're no longer around, still has a safe financial future for them to have.
Well, thank you for that. That's some great information, Jim. If somebody wants to learn more about this, what's the best way that they connect with you?
Well, obviously, my website, sevenoaksfinancial.com, or just simply call me at 217-417-5228.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for being with us, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Okay, thank you much. You have a good day too.
Welcome, Dan Beagles, to the Third Thursday Resource Roundup. We're thrilled to have you here today. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do at Division of Specialized Care for Children?
Absolutely. First of all, thank you so much for allowing me to be here. I'm really excited to share some of this information today. So University of Illinois, Chicago, Division of Specialized Care for Children is quite a mouthful. So, DSCC is kind of the acronym that we use. We provide care coordination services for children and families who are dealing with chronic medical needs. Now, care coordination can mean many things to different families, but we do things like help with advocacy services, help coordinate medical insurance, link families up with equipment, kind of all of the above. So basically, in a nutshell, just trying to support families however we can. And then there's also a part of our program as well that can offer some shift nursing services for those children that have more extensive needs. So yeah, really once families reach out to us, we kind of do a quick assessment, get to know them a little bit, and then make sure to try to get them linked up with whatever area of our services would be helpful to them.
Great, Dan. Thanks so much for that overview. And then could you tell us if people have, further questions, how's the best way for them to connect with you?
Absolutely. So I love people. When they call me, I'm a people person. Can't promise I might not talk too much, but I'll try my best. So the two main ways that you can get a hold of DSCC to kind of get linked up with our services are to either call our 800 number, which is 1-800-322-3722, and that will get you linked up with whatever office statewide. And the other one is going to our website and filling out an online form there, and that will get you linked up. And our website is dscc.uic.edu.
All right, wonderful. Thanks so much, Dan, and enjoy the rest of the event today.
I sure will. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye now.
Hello, Senator Bennett, and welcome to the Third Thursday Resource Roundup. We're so pleased to have you here with us today. And we would like if you could just give us a nice overview of some of the disability-related services that you offer through your office.
Well, thank you, Jim. I'm sorry we can't do this in person. I've always enjoyed, at least the last several years, coming to the Expo, but I'm glad we're able to share some of the services. I'm State Senator Scott Bennett. That means that unlike the real senators, as I say, that go to Washington, D.C. and deal with federal issues, I go to Springfield and deal with state law and state issues. So we don't provide services per se. What we do is help change the law when we see a discrepancy or a problem in the law, or we can help navigate around agencies in the law. So just as an example, I got a call earlier today from someone that had called the Illinois DHS, Department of Human Services, and the automated message said they were 145th on the list. What we ask people to do is to make sure they understand their tax dollars pay for our offices. So they can contact us with either ideas for laws or any help with state agencies. And we ask people to let us be the one that waits on hold. We might have a better phone number. We might also be able to be on hold while we're doing other things and allow you to live your life. That's a service that we're very happy to provide.
Okay, well, thank you for this overview. If somebody wants to contact your office, what's the best way to do that so that they can learn more about what you
Well,
offer?
of course, we keep an office in Champaign in the Illinois terminal, second floor, but in the age of COVID, we want to provide contactless constituent service as well. So people can go to www.senatorbennett.com and get all our contact information. The most important one, I would guess, would be our phone number, 217-355-5252. But if people want to reach out to us that way, our email address is also on that website, senatorbennett.com. We'll be glad to help you any way we can.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, Senator Bennett, for being with us today.
Absolutely.
You have a good day, okay?
Thank you.
Welcome, Sally Denhart, to the Third Thursday Resource Roundup. We're so glad that you're joining us today. So why don't you tell us a little bit about AMBUCs and what they do, what you do at your organization?
Thank you, Barb. AMBUC is a charitable organization who help people with disabilities maintain their independence and mobility. One way we do that is by providing therapeutic tricycles called Amtrikes to help them gain strength while they're having fun. And these trikes are custom fitted by therapists so that the patient can maximize their gain of strength while having a lot of fun out riding. We also build wheelchair ramps for people of low income in Champaign County. We provide scholarships to therapy students at Parkland College. We help the Urbana Park District maintain AMBUC Park, where we've recently made sure that the playground equipment is all handicap accessible. And we have our Scarecrow Festival there in the fall. We provide these things by having fundraisers every year, such as our Barstool Golf event, our charitable golf outing, and our Cash Bash.
Wonderful, wonderful, Sally. And for our participants who might want to reach you for further information, what's the best way for them to connect with the AMBUCs?
Well, you can follow us on Facebook by searching for Greater Champaign County AMBUCs, or you can look at our website, which is thegccambucs.org.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Sally, and enjoy the rest of the event today.
Thank you.
Thanks. Welcome, Dean Hull, to the Third Thursday Resource Roundup. We're happy to have you here. Dean, why don't you tell us a little bit about Thrive and what you do there for persons with disabilities?
Well, Barb, it's great to be here with you. And just to let everyone know, I am a financial planner. So I help families put together plans that will get them the success that they need in their life moving forward. I do have a chartered special needs consultant designation, which is a class, 3 classes that help me with families with disabilities to plan their financial futures and how to protect their government benefits. This is a pretty specialized area, so there's not very many financial advisors in the Champaign area that have that designation. I also work with a team of attorneys to help make sure that we're doing the right legal documents for your family. So we want to make sure that we're always protecting your loved ones and protecting your family as we move forward, and making sure that we always keep in mind the benefits that they receive and make sure that they don't ever run the risk of losing those benefits.
Great, wonderful, Dean. Could you just let us know how do folks best get in touch with you if they would like to, get involved with your services?
Well, they can call our office. The phone number is 217-819-4646. That's 217-819-4646. Or they can visit us at thrivent.com and look up the East Central Illinois group. And you will see that we have a whole team of advisors there, including a certified financial planner, which will also help with our planning process.
Wonderful. Well, thanks so much, Dean, and enjoy the rest of the event today.
Well, thank you, Jim. You guys have a wonderful day. It's good to see you, Barb.
Good to see you.
Thanks, Missy.
Hello, Mary Catherine, and welcome to the Third Thursday Resource Roundup. We are so pleased to have you here and representing the Human Relations Commission at the City of Champaign. Could you please give us a nice overview of what your office provides?
Yes, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having me. I wanted to share with you today about our Human Relations Commission in the City of Champaign. Now, this 9-member body is appointed by the mayor with council approval, and it promotes equal rights and opportunities in the City of Champaign by enforcing the Human Rights Ordinance. Now, this ordinance was developed with an intent to end discrimination in the areas of employment, housing, public accommodation, and lending or credit. So this ordinance works to prevent discrimination on the basis of several protected classes, including age, race, sex, color, physical, mental disability, prior arrest or conviction record, and more. So if a person feels like they've been discriminated against in the City of Champaign, they can file a complaint in our office online. They can do so through our website at champaign.il.gov/city manager's office/Office of Equity, Community, and Human Rights, and follow the guides from there. Of course, this is all done online since COVID-19, and we do have an option to drop off paperwork in a drop box outside of the city building. So we have a human relations officer who investigates all of these, any discrimination complaints that we receive. And in the instance that they are unable to resolve this, this discrimination complaint, then our Human Relations Commission acts as the hearing board to offer the settlement on the case if it comes to a public hearing. And you can find out more information about the Human Relations Ordinance and the Commission, as well as what our office does at our website, again, at champaign.il.gov/city manager's office/Office of Equity, Community, and Human Rights.
Thanks very much.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hello, Andy Kolcheski. This is great to have you here at the Third Thursday Resource Roundup. Can you give us a little overview about the services that you provide at your agency?
Sure, Barb. Thanks. I'm the Executive Director of Community Service Center of Northern Champaign County. We're a local agency that has been providing a variety of social services for almost 50 years. Our mission is to enhance the Northern Champaign County residents and connect them with a variety of mental health services, social services, and other services they may need, and also try to improve their social conditions by providing basic services such as food assistance. We have an emergency food pantry that feeds around 500 households per month. We provide prescription assistance, utility assistance, and try to meet the local needs of Northern Champaign County. We also do the connecting part by working with other agencies, primarily from Champaign-Urbana, encouraging them to provide their services here using our offices. Up until the COVID invasion, we've been averaging about 20 different organizations that use our offices to provide services in the Rantoul area in the northern part of the county.
Wow, that's great, Andy. Could you tell us how folks best get in touch if they would like to, avail themselves of your services?
Sure. We have a Facebook page, and a lot of people connect to us through that Facebook page. It's Community Service Center of Northern Champaign County. So if you're on Facebook, you can reach us that way by messaging. You can always call our phone number, 217-893-1530, and talk to us. You can email me at andyk@cscrantoul.org, or just knock on our doors, which are currently locked, but we'll put on our masks and talk to you.
Okay,
That's
great.
what we can do to help out.
Well, thank you so much, Andy. Enjoy the rest of the event today.
Thanks.
Hello, Mike, and welcome to the Third Thursday Resource Roundup. We're so pleased to have you here representing Equip for Equality. And we'd like you now just if you could give us a nice overview of the services you provide there.
Sure. Thanks for having us and giving us this opportunity to spread the word about our work. Equip for Equality is the federally funded protection and advocacy agency for people with disabilities in the state of Illinois. Every state has an agency like us, and we're the one for Illinois. We are mostly attorneys, and we have 3 separate legal teams. We have an abuse investigation unit. We have a civil rights team that handles cases like housing discrimination and employment discrimination for adults with disabilities. And then I'm a part of the special education clinic, and we run a free helpline where parents can call and get free legal information and advice about how to advocate for their children in an IEP meeting. Suppose that you want your child to receive different or additional services as a part of their individual education program, and you're in disagreement with the school district about that, you can call us and we'll talk to you about what your rights are and give you some ideas about how you can advocate at an IEP meeting. We have template letters that we provide to parents to help them communicate their desires in writing with the school district. In some cases, we even provide legal representation for parents at mediations or due process hearings or IEP meetings. But of course, in most cases, since we get thousands of calls a year and have about 7 to 10 attorneys doing this work, we just provide that free legal information and advice. But I've seen that make a huge difference for parents, even when we're not able to represent directly. When parents understand their rights and know how to advocate for their children, it can really make a big difference in their kids' education.
Sounds like some great resources, Mike. What's the best way for folks to connect with you if they want to learn more?
So our special education helpline is 1-866-KIDS, KIDS 046. And that's a way to get in touch with my team and find out more about special education. You can also go to our website, equipforequality.org, and there's an online intake form there. And you can lay out what your needs are, whether it be special education or a need that one of the other legal teams can address. You can reach us on the website there.
Great. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. Welcome, Susan Drummond-Wise with the Illini chapter of the Illinois Association for the Deaf. We're happy to have you here. Give us a little overview, Susan, of what you do with the chapter.
Okay, hello everyone. The Illini chapter is a nonprofit organization. This is for deaf and hard of hearing people and interpreters as well. It's where it's probably the eastern part of Illinois. We have meetings every 2 months, and then the other months that we're not having meetings, we're doing socials and having events where we get together. We have referrals that we refer information if anybody, somebody needs to take a sign language class, or if they're looking for where the deaf children are. So we kind of give some information and referrals. We do fundraisers that we donate to kids in need. So my email, in case you want to get in touch with me, is Illini chapter, CHAPTER of IAD @gmail.com.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Susan. We really appreciate you being here and providing this wonderful information. Hello, Kate, and welcome to the Third Thursday Resource Roundup. We are so pleased to have you here representing PACE, and we'd love it if you could just give us a nice overview of the services that you provide there at PACE.
Sure. Well, thanks for having me. So PACE, or Persons Assuming Control of Their Environment, is one of 22 centers for independent living throughout Illinois. Centers for Independent Living, or CILs, are community-based, non-residential, and nonprofit organizations that are of, by, and for persons with disabilities. Our philosophy is that people with disabilities have the right and the responsibility to make choices to control the direction of their lives and participate fully and equally in their communities. PACE offers a number of services. At our center, independence is a consumer-driven process always. Our 5 core services are independent living. This includes topics such as personal assistant management, communication, budgeting, basic computer skills. We do advocacy. This includes self-advocacy and systems advocacy. Information and referral. Some common requests are for housing, transportation, benefits, employment. We do peer counseling, and finally transition, including community reintegration, assisting consumers in moving from institutional settings to less restrictive environments of their choice, as well as youth transition, assisting youth transitioning from secondary education. We have visual impairment and deaf services. We have a consumer-driven personal assistant and personal support worker program, an equipment loan closet for common medical equipment needs, items from grabbers to wheelchairs, shower chairs, and tub transfer benches to transfer boards and commode seat risers. And finally, we're also a selection center for ITAC's free amplified phone program for Illinois residents with hearing loss.
That's great. Can you give us a phone number if somebody wants to get a hold of PACE and learn more?
Absolutely. So our office is currently closed due to COVID, but we're working from home. So you can check out our brand new website. It's pacecil.org. That's PACECIL.org. Our office voice phone number is 217-344-5433. For video, you can call 217-689-0289. And you can email us at info@pacecil.org. If it's okay, I'd like to add one brief note. Our center has access to a limited amount of federal CARES funding, which we're able to use to help folks in our community with disabilities who have needs as a direct result of COVID-19. So please share this information if you know someone in need.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Kate.
You are welcome. Thank you.
Welcome, Deb Fornoff with the ARC of Illinois. We're happy to have you. Tell us a little bit about the ARC, if you would, and what you do there.
Sure. I'm Deb Fornoff. I'm director of the Illinois Lifespan program of the ARC of Illinois, and I'm really excited to be here today to share information with you. So the ARC of Illinois has been the premier advocacy organization for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities in Illinois for 70 years. The ARC was at the table when the ARC of the United States came together back in 1950, and has been working for people with disabilities, their families, and caregivers every day since. The ARC of Illinois advocates with and for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, family members, and community organizations to ensure that people with disabilities can live, work, play, and learn in the homes and communities they choose. Information about each of the programs of the ARC and contact information for each can be found on our website at www.thearcofil.org under the About Us tab. Programs provide information and resources, more in-depth advocacy help, trainings and conferences, funding to help get people with disabilities and their family members to those trainings and conferences, funding for assistive technology, and more.
Wonderful. Well, thanks so much, Deb. That was a great overview, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the event today.
Thank you so much.
Hello, Adele, and welcome to the Third Thursday Resource Roundup. We're very excited to have you here representing CCAMR, and we'd love it if you could just give us a nice overview of what CCAMR does.
I would be very happy to do that. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. CCAMR is a not-for-profit organization that is run by a board of volunteers. And our mission is really to enhance the lives of adults with intellectual disability in Champaign County. We do that by giving mini grants, personalized mini grants, to individuals for things that they can't afford in their lives. And we give grants such as opportunities for people to go out in the community and participate. We give grants for technology to help people communicate. We give grants for people to renovate their homes for accessibility. Those are the kinds of things that we've done and we hope to do in the future.
That's great. That's great. How could folks get a hold of you if they'd like to learn a little bit more about CCAMR?
So the best way to learn more about us is to get on our website, and that is www.ccamr.org. Or you can email us at ccamrboard@gmail.com.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you. I will.